Hey everyone, good evening everyone. Uh, just a quick test. We are now transmitting from Dormeletto in Italy. I'm Flutur, Alessio, and I'm here to introduce you a couple of things about techniques, tips and tricks on how to use the RAV Vast on an electronic environment and setup. So let's get this started. I'm seeing that already I'm receiving some messages, so yeah, let's keep going. Okay, now we are waiting at the moment for the participants. So let's see if somebody is late. Everyone which is online, please shoot a message if you wish. If not, we will start now. Okay. Okay, let's start. First of all, I would like to thank you, RAV Vast, for allowing me to make this stream. There are many things that I would love to say about this beautiful instrument, and hello, there's somebody from New Zealand. Wow, welcome. RAV Vast. The topic of this streaming is to start from a video, okay? A video of a performance in which I am using the RAV Vast. This very instrument, which is a big word, this very model that I have right now in my hand, okay, on my lap. And I would love to develop a topic about the techniques that I am using in that particular song, because from there I would love to start and develop a very beautiful argument on how this instrument differs from other pans. I mean, every other pan. In both dynamics, the possibilities that it has, and the several techniques that you can actually play with this. So let's get started. Oh, we got already a question. Yeah, magnetic mic. Find the header. I will answer those questions. That's why I'm here. So thanks for the question, and we'll answer those questions after we see the video. Because I am using contact mic on that video, we'll tell you the brand, the types. Let's talk about the types. Let's get also technical if you wish, and let's analyze also the places where to put the mic for different sounds. Okay. please tell me if you hear the audio. Just shoot a thumb up. Go, Globe. Several techniques. The kick with the fist. The palm mute, and I've used also the nails. We will discuss this all over. Yeah, it's a big word, Heather. It's a big word. Okay. Okay, back here. Okay, guys, thank you, Luminous. Pose. Yeah, the pose. We could tell and say a lot about the pose also in breathing, you know, quadratic breathing. But let's, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you have any question, guys, I mean, any question beside technical stuff, you know, the model kind of playing, that's something that I will develop during this streaming. The location, whatever comes to your mind, I'm here. That's the beauty of streaming. So you can ask and I will respond. Okay, so it's a big word, and at the moment it's my favorite too. It's a subjective thing. I find the ravvast has an enormous amount of scales. Okay, the big word has the G note here. Let's see if the Rav, yeah, it's connected. It's the 6th degree of the B minor scale and opens up a lot of possibilities. You know, you can play kind of A majorish, D majorish scale here, a lot of stuff because of the G note. What is my point? All the time I was trying to compare the RAV Vast and see the differences between the RAV Vast and the other pans, because this instrument sits above the others, and there are technical reasons for that. It's not just a subjective thing. Okay. First, the dynamics. I was talking about the dynamics. Okay, the dynamics of this instrument is enormous. You can play very, very soft and slap it like you would slap a metal, you know, heavy metal drumming style. I come from a drumming background, and I play also several instruments, piano, guitar, singing, and I would say that especially piano and drums, I couple those into these instruments quite beautifully. I'm using many patterns that I borrow from drumming, and I slap this instrument, and it withstands and responds beautifully, almost up to a point that even the greatest preamplifier and microphone cannot withstand the impact of the sound coming from this. I will now demonstrate that, and I will add effects, because this instrument is enormously beautiful with effects. We should consider something at first. When you have an instrument, whatever instrument, even if you are running some audio production, music production, one of the way is to take the characteristics of an instrument and to expand them, you know, to enhance them. The RAV Vast has a very, very long tail. It's called also sustain of a note. It goes and flows. So why not adding a beautiful reverb on top of this? Let's hear how it does sound. Yeah, I love the reverb too. I love it. So, when I was young, I mean, during my life, I was listening to music, of course, and some music had a great impact on me, on my background. And if I think about something that really, really, really impacted me a lot, it was guitar sound from The Edge, the U2 guitarist, you know. He uses delay, but which kind of delay? Delay is just for the ones that do not know, technically just a repetition of a signal. Signal comes in from microphone. Now the microphone is stick on this instrument and repeat periodically on a certain time. This time interval can be smaller or wider. The edge uses dot delay, which is a delay which is, let's say, almost 3/4 of a measure, a cycle when you can play a phrase. And this expands the playing as you would have a lot of hands, like in Efthymia, this song. Efthymia is basically a 3-chord song. It's B minor, A major, and G major. With the delay, you expand the rhythmically, and you hear like you have a lot of RAV Vast playing behind you. I am using Luminous Pose. I am using Ableton for that. Since I started, touring, I'm sticking with Ableton also for programming. I use Mass MXP, Max for Light devices, custom devices, and the Ableton Push, which is right here, which allows me to create loops and stuff. I will show you now the 3 chords of Efthymia, and I will add the reverbs. The delay. Okay, I have used the dotted delay, and the difference is very, very big. The RAV Vast also has something that really marries to an effect like a delay. Why? The transient or the attack or the sharpness of the initial sound that you hear when you strike it. Usually hand pans generally are made in a different way. There are different mechanical properties. So the attack is softer, mellower, you know what I mean? Having this sharp attack of the RAV with a delay, like a guitar, you can hear very well the repetitions. I will show you now with or without the delay to hear the difference. If you have any question about anything that you saw up to now, just ask. Yeah, you're very welcome, Luminous Pose. Yeah, Ableton is tricky at the beginning. Once you get, the idea, the concept behind the functioning of it, and you're just, going for a very long time. You will find the limits of it, but in the middle, you will have a lot of fun learning. The RAV Vast has this shape, also the tongues. I consider the tongues rooms. Why? Once you enter a room, you know, for the ones who has a pan, a RAV Vast, the overture, the entrance of a tongue here, the deeper you go, the deeper the sound gets, the fuller, the thickest. If you go into a room, you walk into a room, the sound gets, you get into the, would say, the darkness of the room. I mean, you enter the room or you see the colors of the room. If you stay outside or close to the door, the room gets, smaller. The perception is you're not fully entering the space. And this happens with the sound of the tongues. Also, you can stop the tongues from the shape that they have. I call the technique that I'm using also in Efthymia the palm mute, because I'm using the other hand palm to mute. So I can create a real measure, a real musical measure, when I can stop the sound, interrupt it, and then perform another sound on top of it. I'll show you what I mean by that. So thinner sound, as I enter the room, it gets thicker at first. Another great technique that you can use with this instrument is that I borrow from drumming is the kick and snare technique. How did I translate that musical pattern, which is basically, tum ta tum tum ta. So it's kick, tum, and the snare ta tum tum ta. Having just two hands and trying to emulate the sound, with just a pan drum. I use the fist with my left hand, and the knuckles. Yeah, it hurts at the beginning. No pain, no gain. For the snare sound, and this is what I get. Thank you very much. Found tone, no tone. Thank you very much. Mark asked also a question, looking for advice on the best equipment to use mic and amp for home use and sound effects. Fairly new, trying to mic and amplify my Pine Vast. Thanks. Okay, let's get to that after this and another technique, and then I will get to you, Mark. beginning I played clean the kick and snare sound. Again, fist. If you are right-handed, you probably would play the snare with the left hand, so it's reversed. It depends. Sometimes I play as a left-handed person, sometimes as a right-handed person. Some would say I'm ambidextrous, whatever it is. As long as you're comfortable, you do whatever you wish. So again, I will explain the technique, demonstrate the technique once again, and then I will move to another technique that I use, which is the nails. Nails are an incredible instrument, incredible tool for creating new sound, new textures. I say textures because I use them also in a different way. Scratching it creates a reverse sound, and also on the downer part of the RAV to make kind of a hi-hat like this. Let's hear it in action. First kick and snare, and then again nails. Using just nails. Yep. It's beautiful, huh? You see how hard I can slap this instrument without bending and crashing it, and I can play it as a normal pan drum, very soft. It sounds. This very instrument is the same that I've used in Greece 3 years ago. It has fell down thrice. It's, I mean, under the sun, like here it got tape. You would say now it's not possible, like having it sound like it does, but yeah. And sometimes I really think that it's made for lasting. Like many, almost every Russian thing, it lasts. It's very robust, and I appreciate this. And also, you can get really a feeling of, especially my own one, of manufacturing hand into this instrument. And yeah, it's gorgeous. You have no idea in how many places this has got me and where it has been. It's all over. No way a pan drum would last this long. No way. So let's answer. Just walking in from playing my RAV. Hi Doran. Is this with delay? Beautiful playing. Yeah, Luminous Plays. I was using delay. If you want, I can take it back for making another demo. I will answer Mark now. Advice for the best equipment to use the mic and amp for home use. Well, depending on the budget. Funky Heather. Yeah, hundreds of children played mine 3 years, still in tune. Yeah, same. I was playing basking in the street and was played by a lot of people. He didn't care. Mark, the setup that I was using almost 4 or 5 months during basking, so it had to last, but to get the effects, it is the same setup that you all guys can see in the Efthymia video. on the top of the Castro, the castle in Astipalia, it was a Bose S1 Pro. The first model, not the second, came out, I think, 6 months ago, because it has a built-in reverb. It has two more inputs, 3 in total, 2 with amplifiers, so you can wire up, a mic or a guitar, another mic, and aux input for a player, and a Bluetooth also. The mic that I'm using now is the Sheltler. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. It's the DYN DYN 40 P48 UNI P48. I will place a comment and pin on the top of this. And if you follow, of course, my Instagram and RAV Vast socials, YouTube, etc., you will have all the details of what we were talking about in this streaming session. Is an expensive contact mic. I think it's around 300, 350, 100. It's a condenser microphone. It means that it's not a piezo. You will need a preamplifier for this. Right now, I am using a preamplifier, battery-powered preamplifier, which is the X5 from Amazon. It's $50, and it works flawlessly. And with this, I can plug it straight into a delay pedal, like the Boss. For $30 you can get one. The white one, the smallest one, and you go straight into the Bose. Or you can go straight from the Vast with the mic to the Bose S1 Pro and using just the reverb. But I love that setup because it allows me to play music. I can use it also PA and as a monitor on stage if ever, and it happens. A PA if I have to play a live set or into the street or in my home rehearsing. That's basically it. If you want to know more, any one of you guys want more, just ask questions. I will try my best to keep up with you. And I will show you now where I place the microphone, because the RAV Vast has a very peculiar sound. The shape of the instrument, when you mic it, the way you place the mic, the points where you place the mic make a very huge difference how you hear the sound. You have 2 ears. Microphone is just 1 ear, just like a camera. You see the same way that the mic hears the sound. So if the mic is like this, you will probably get more sound from this tongue. With a contact mic, the rules are similar, but the sound is fuller. I have placed the contact mic here. As you can see, you have some tape because you really passed through a lot of stuff. And if you see from above, that is the best spot that I could find, is basically here. If you see mirrored way is basically here. What I found, I prefer to place the mic half distance from the flat bottom and the brass edge. Take this rule, more or less it works. The deeper you get, the closer you get to the bottom, flat bottom, the fuller and darker the sound. And you hear a very boomy low end, and you lose some details, but you get a very punchy, very dark, growly sound. Further you get to the edge, you get a thinner and drastically increased attack, and you hear more and more the notes that are closer on the upper side to the microphone. This is a B chord, so the B is the note. I loved to stay close to the B, to get the harmonious part of the RAV. Okay. Uh, Thank you, Phantom Noton. Yeah, it was a discovery also for me. I couldn't expect this to be, that great. For anyone who shares the same experience, more or less, everyone had, the pandemic period. I was in my home. I had no money for the heating system. It was winter here in northern Italy, and it smacked hard. But I had some money, and it was years, seeing the video from Nadishana. The very first video I saw for of a RAV Vast was from Nadishana. It was, amazing sound. Shall I get one? But I have no money, not even for the heating system. Well, I did. It took a week for the RAV to come. In that 7-8 days, I thought I made a big mistake. I mean, spend, I don't remember, 700 something euro, 680 something like that, and I did a big mistake. Why? And then the box, the package came. I remember I had opening it. I remember where I was. I sat on a red chair, unboxed the RAV, placed it on my lap, and I struck this note. And I started crying. Yeah, I started crying. It was so intense, the emotion. I couldn't believe this. A sound like this could come from an instrument. It was smashing. That moment, I realized, okay, this is something. And after that, yeah, my life changed. I'm not saying about magic stuff or miracle stuff. No, but this was something that I was missing from my life, and that helped me opening many doors. For Mark, are you okay with the description? You want to add something, some other question, technical question about the miking and the setup? And Kristen, that makes me feel better. Yeah, it's another RAV, a new RAV in the family. Yeah. Do you think the contact mic's better than the two condenser mic settable? Well, it depends, Mark. You mean playing live, recording it, rehearsing? Normally, I use the contact mic if in a live set and live in venues, because you get no feedback, you get a great sound, and you can play weird effects on this. And I have an ace for you as an effect with the ravvast in a few moments. I'm not done yet. It's not done yet. Yeah, for condenser mic in studio, I tried them. My personal opinion, condensers are fast. If you're a little technical into this, I mean that condensers are pick up the attacks, the transient, that pack very fast, and it's not that pleasant. I found the best mic was a dynamic mic. For me, is a dynamic mic for me for recording in studio. You place it on top, you go mono, no stereo. If you want, you can place it too for having stereo. It's the Beta 58 from Shure. I tried the SM, I tried many condensers. I also have a Neumann binaural head. That's best one. It's softened a little bit the transient, so it's pleasant to hear, and you get a great sound. Hope I gave you some good insights on that. Yeah, thank you, Luminous Post, for being here with me tonight. Yeah, it's a great instrument. Okay, guys, I will show you now the Ableton session. I know it looks a little messy. There are many tracks. What's this in the middle? Okay. This is the track that I am talking through, the box, and the RAV goes here. I wanted to recreate a little bit the Efthymia sound design and production session that I had. First track on the sand. The sands are basically is like a flow of water. The signal comes from the top here, and goes, and every circle here, the knob, some of the signal, pretend it's water, the sound coming from the RAV, goes here, and it goes a little bit here, and then it mixes with the effects that are in those tracks. And at the very end, it mixes back in the main channel where you got left and right, straight to your ears. What I got here? I got a beautiful reverb. I love reverb so much. And my favorite one, I was using all the time stock plugins now. So the one that you can find on Ableton Lite version, just stock. But if I want to use the ones that I prefer, I love the Arturia Reverb Intensity, which is basically here. This one. I don't know if you can see the size. I don't know. I don't see the size here, but whatever. And the Valhalla delay here, which is this one. Ping pong mode, so it bounces back through your ears. And one effect that I love is the shimmer effect. For the ones of you that have saw the video, hey Massi, a friend of mine just joined. Hey. Okay, for Mark it's okay. If you see the video, if you want to explore more Efthymia, I encourage you to see the video a couple times more. The final part, when it rises, and you can see almost a choir coming from above, that effect is shimmer. I did not use any backing track, just the RAV and effects, so I processed the signals, no backing tracks. And that effect, I'm using the Valhalla again version of it. There are many, you can find many. I like the way that this sounds. It makes a beautiful shimmering, glittering effects, and I will play with just reverb, this time Arturia Intensity, Valhalla delay, and then after I will replay the same phrase with the shimmer effects, okay? I'm sorry, I just realized that I was still on Ableton. Sorry, guys. One man band here. Shimmer time. Hey, okay, I'm reading back the comments. Okay. No, Mark, it's okay. It's totally okay. Um, I will write, just for Mark, since we're not many, to help Mark, I'm writing down a few seconds the model of the speaker that I'm using and the microphone, so he can have Google back then. Yeah. Y- yeah, it's yeah, it's you're very welcome, Mark. You hear the shimmer. There is no keyboard, and the beauty of the effects that you can play with them. You really can play along them. The RAV, I call the technique the slaps. When I make this, it opens up the space. It's like you it's it makes no sense, but it's like you are smashing light, and you light up a space. You know what I mean? I think you know some of you might understand what I'm talking about. Let's hear it again, just one more time. Okay, guys. Any question? Because I think that yeah, it's almost an hour. We do not have limits, but I encourage you to make some questions, to expand some details if you're curious about something, and for the time that I'm here right now, I can develop some other arguments about the effects if you want, but I will skip the technical thing about live looping, how to implement the ravvast on with a backing track and on an electronic performance for another streaming session. Okay. Mark, there's no mixer actually, because the Bose S1 Pro has a built-in kind of mixer, so you're good to go. Also has preamplifiers for microphones. Hey, buddy, stay here. Easy. You played up to now. Rest. So that's it. Let's wait for some question. Meanwhile, I play some, backing tracks because it's getting very silent here. So let's put some background music. No, the guy Massi, which is in the chat, Massimo, is a friend of mine. He's a bassist, and he plays many instruments. Why I am telling you this? Because playing different instruments helps you. You say, why playing drums if I play the guitar or the piano or the bass? Yeah, it makes difference, a lot of difference. I borrow a lot of techniques from drumming. and it helped me a lot, being fluent fast. Even though, the Vast, as many of you could witness, has a learning curve. It's like I remember on the street, several people the Vast. Someone would never play the Vast, never played a pen. After 1 minute of playing, was already making it sound. It's because this thing is gentle. I don't know what Alexander did when he built this, but I think that he put real intention of making an instrument, making something good, something accessible. And the intention that he put, I feel it, perhaps it's me, but I can feel it persists and lives. It is embedded in every instrument that is crafted. And it's just so easy to play. Okay. For info only, simple sonic energy, magnetic contact mic to guitar pedals, flush and Shimmer and boulders, so to pass per minimal level computer with that is to guitar pedal, flush and Shimmer or rolls. I don't understand, but I think you just kind of summarized the possible setup. Yeah, you can use Audacity as a DAW. Thank you, Doran, for your appreciation. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and passion. Thank you, Luminous Pose. Thank you very much. Okay, we got a question. Phantom note on best advice you could give to a new player. Use the instrument to be free, to free yourself. Don't judge. Shut up the mind. The mind is a computer that you should use. It's not you. Play whatever you want to play, as long as you're happy and as long as you feel comfortable. Use the techniques and the videos from the others as a possible and access towards a sound, and then craft your own. Let it flow. Never stop. Never indulge in these. Everyone is unique and everyone has to develop their own essence, including playing. So be yourself, straight, be free. Kristen, yes, don't place this as little over because it's not about height, it's just about the path. It's horizontal, the thing. Just you will encounter your own path into this. Never stare at something pretending it could be your only target, because you will lose your own path. You probably will develop something completely different. That's the beauty of being unique, and we are unique. Thanks God. So there are many possibilities. Go and create your own. And next time I will observe you doing your own thing with this. Thank you very much, guys. So I will now close the streaming. So have a great time. Thank you. And thanks, RAV Vast, for having me. Bye.